What a beautiful day it is here at Headingley Carnegie Stadium, and me and a few of the other guys have just had a pleasure to be at the launch of the Leeds Rhinos Netball squad. We've got Ashton Golding, roaming reporter up there, and he's going to speak to a few of the guys and see what it's all about.
I'm here with BOWMAN at the launch of the Leeds Rhinos Netball. How do you find it went tonight?
I think it's been great, Ashton. It's exceeded all expectations, really. I mean, we were in a smaller suite earlier this week, and then we've moved it upstairs because so many people came. Really exciting. Great to see loads and loads of women and girls here at Headingley. You know, normally only see them as fans, but they're here tonight for another great sport in netball. Brilliant.
You know, the message I got from tonight was the foundations need to be laid, and the Leeds Rhinos Foundation is going to be there to support that and facilitate it.
Absolutely. I think that's where the synergy really comes in, that the coaching structure and the infrastructure of the club and the example that you guys have set for many years is there for that pathway. But then when we're talking about investing in the city and wider in county to really get people embracing netball and getting involved in it, it's got to be via some of the great things we've done via the foundation, like the Rugby League development plan. So, you know, netball development plan with Anna and Mariana, and we'll get there. It'll be great.
Well, that's it. You know, the foundation accesses a lot of schools in the area of Leeds. You know, I heard 92 schools are all participating, and they actually get in there and teach some rugby. And it'd be great if that can be transferred into netball, just active, you know, people getting active.
Absolutely. I mean, as you know, our mantra's changing lives through sport. It's subtly not changing lives through rugby league. We're all passionate about sport being a great engager, you know, team sports especially, around developing you as a person. So, yeah, it really is synergetic with our values and our ethos.
I'm joined here by Mariana, a trustee of the Leeds Rhinos Foundation. What a wonderful event that was. You know, the numbers were up and the message was clear.
Yeah, no, brilliant. It's so exciting to be here, so inspiring for all of our young athletes that are in the room. You know, 150, 180 people in the room, and they're just being inspired by you guys, recognising that play a different game, but actually all the philosophy, the winning, you know, the participation, the sacrifices, it's all exactly the same.
You know, it's a two-way street. You know, you've got to have passionate coaches and people at the top who are really passionate, and that came across to me. I think you and Anna are really passionate about what you want to achieve, and the numbers are there. The numbers are here tonight, and it's great to see that.
Yeah, there's a lot of demand that's not really met at the minute. Players want to play and can't get into clubs. We want to be able to satisfy that. We want to try and go into some different places and find some new players that maybe aren't currently netballers but may have amazing skills and abilities but not have that opening and be able to play. And we want to be able to harness that talent and bring it in, and you know, we want to do what the foundation says. We want to change lives through sport, make some elite athletes in the process.
I'm joined by Lydia, a keen, enthusiastic, bright, with loads of potential young girl who's really ready to take the sport by storm. So I'm going to ask you the first question. You know, how old were you when you got into the sport, and why did you take it up?
I was about 5, and I think after I got my first shot in, I just fell in love with the sport and just loved it.
No, that I can absolutely understand what you mean. You know, the first time, you know, as a rugby player, make a tackle, you fall in love with your sport, and it's individual. That's beautiful. And how excited are you? You know, not many people get to be able to represent the Leeds Rhinos, and now you've got a whole team.
Well, since the Yorkshire Jets went, it was like amazing that we got a new franchise, and like it was so happy that everybody was back in netball, because for a few, like however long Jets has been gone, it's been good to get a new franchise back to all join back together and be in the sport again.
No, that's it. You know, as representative of the Leeds Rhinos, we're absolutely super duper excited about the whole franchise scenario, because now we get to work close with another professional sports team.
Yeah.
You know, so how do you feel about working with such different coaches, you know, different sports people, working with them and developing your own game? How do you feel about that?
Well, we get lots of different coaching from like Anna and Maggie, and then we have like Jan and other coaches to help us, and we get to learn loads of new aspects of the sport from different coaching styles and personalities, so it's really good in that aspect.
Because it'll develop you, won't it?
Yeah, and to work with Leeds Rhinos is really good, because then we have like two sports connecting together.
That's it. There's a lot of synergy between them, isn't there? You can connect the dots. You know, it's brilliant. And finally, you know, how will you personally feel pulling on your strip with a Leeds Rhinos badge on? How will you feel?
Well, I think it's awesome, because you together, and the Leeds Rhinos is such a great franchise, and to be putting on a vest and supporting Leeds is great from where we come from.
I'm now joined by the brand new director of the Leeds Rhinos Netball team. How's that feel, eh?
Very exciting. Can't believe we've just had the launch. Had 180 people there wanted to know more about netball. Super excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I was really taken aback by the actual passion that was shown. Yourself, it really came across really well. I just want to ask you a little bit about your background into the sport and why you are so passionate and you want to see the next generation.
I think for me, I started playing netball really young. It opened a lot of doors for me. I worked really, really hard and ended up playing netball for England, travelling and seeing things that I'd have never done unless I got engaged in sport, basically. I want to give other young people the same opportunity to change their life, experience something different, and have the opportunity to get something that only sport can give you.
I'm here at Streetwise Love Leeds, a fantastic organisation to help the homeless. I'm going to go catch up with Anthony Mullally in just a second, who comes here on a regular basis to help volunteer for the homeless. Let's go check it out. I'm joined by one of the trustees, Mary. I know, Mary, we've been talking a bit off camera about how Streetwise began and the journey that you've been on. Can you tell us all a bit about what that journey is?
Okay, yes. We started Streetwise about 7 years ago, just over 7 years ago. A few of us were involved in Life Church in Leeds, and we just felt that there was an increasing need for a lot of people who we saw who were sleeping on the streets, a lot of homelessness in the city, and just felt that we wanted to do something about it. So we started Streetwise.
So I know Anthony Mullally, the player at Leeds Rhinos, is coming down here tonight to help volunteer. Why do you think that's so important to have a professional sportsman come and help at the Streetwise Centre?
I just think it's great that anyone from any walk of life can come and do this, but it's also great for raising awareness as well of the situations that people are in and the struggles that they face. You just can't imagine it until you've actually spoken to somebody who's lived that experience themselves.
What prompted you to want to take part in this kind of charitable work?
I'm not sure. Just like whenever I've always seen homeless people, like it's always like resonated with me, and like not resonated, like you know what I mean. I've always felt a certain way, and it makes me. I felt like I always took things for granted what we have. So I feel like I think we give more than we take. So I'm just trying to reverse that cycle.
How do you think it's helped you, if it has at all, as a sportsman, doing this kind of work? Has it put things into perspective for you?
Yeah, it puts things into perspective. Like I'm really lucky. I'm really grateful to do what I do. But like rugby is not who I am. It's not who we are. It's just a big part of our life. But like you got to separate yourself from that, and doing other things away from it helps you to get away. And then when you come to rugby, you can give everything you got. And then you can switch off and do other things when you're away from it. That's what's helped me this year, I like to think.
Is there anything that you've experienced through coming here? Because I know through coming here, I feel really overwhelmed seeing all the toothbrushes and all the dog food and thinking, wow, an hour of your time really does make a difference to someone's life who doesn't even have a toothbrush. So has it changed your perspective on the way you think about the world?
Yeah, I suppose, but I like to think I was pretty grateful, and I understood how lucky I was beforehand I came, so that's why I came.
Yeah.
I'm not came here and got, I'm lucky, but I do when I leave here and go home. I think I am lucky to come home to a roof over my head and have food in the cupboards, which I think a lot of people take for granted.
Probably just little ones like pinching the clothes when they go in the shower or something like that, just little ones, I don't know.
Cling film in a car.
Nah, I'm not the prankster. There's a lot of pranksters. Brad Singleton.
No, me and Big Mull, you'll see him like Anthony Mullally. We tried to stitch up Big Red, Big Keith up quite a lot. We just do little things like pull his wind wipers up and just not a lot really. Just put stickers on his car, but the reaction is worth it, every penny. It makes out like we're attacking him.
I think there's been a few pranks, so I don't think they're very appropriate to say. It's a child-friendly audience, so we'll probably have to leave it.
I usually get pranked on. People take my boots, my stuff. I end up with no towels, but yeah, I don't really play pranks.
Actually, I had one. I think Rob Barrow got me with all these paper, paper things. what's it? Put holes in them. Yeah, no, he put all them things in me. Yeah, in me air conditioning vent when I first got here. And I turned it on. It was on full ball and just went everywhere. I just had my car valet.
What people seem to do is always grab Jordan Bolson's phone and go on Siri and tell him to text loads of people.
Me and Singer actually edited a photo on an app once and stitched up Baldy pretending that I matched with his sister on the dating website Tinder. He wasn't happy and he was furious for hours until he realised that we spelt it all wrong and the right date of birth wasn't on it or anything, and then he realised that it was just a G up and he came to.